Hello, this is Ben. I am back to the grocery store again, as you can see. Today I was after the deer's sinew, backstrap sinew specifically, and leg tendon. Two very valuable resources as far as I'm concerned. I use sinew all the time and for different projects. Probably most notably is arrow construction. Backstrap sinew is pretty much crucial when I'm making arrows. I use it from the fletchings on down to hafting the stone points on the end of the arrow shaft. So I also use it for any type of bindings where I want a really strong, secure binding. Sinew is an amazing material. There I am. You can see me. I'm actually showing you what it looks like there. It's kind of a white band, as you can see. It's right on top of the backstrap meat. Some people call it that silver sheen. You actually saw where I actually cut down. There's a thin layer of muscle, kind of like the deer's lat muscle, covering some of the underlying bigger primary muscle groups. And that's where that backstrap sinew is. I kind of had to peel away some of that muscle first, and there I am getting to the sinew. Backstrap sinew is really nice because it's a very flat, very strong resource. All I do is dehydrate it after I take it out of the deer, and then it's good for storage for years. I have sinew right now that I've had for years, and I just go rip off a piece anytime I need it when I go for a project, and it's ready to go. On this side of the deer, this is the side that got hit by the car. Its scapular blade was kind of shoved all the way up to its spine. It's kind of mangled a little bit, so I was having a little hard time getting in here, but this is very distinct right here. You can see I'm pointing it out. This is the backstrap sinew. It's that white sheen, and that's what you're looking for. It's nice because it's usually very long, so it gives you a lot of tying ability, and you can just rip off thin little pieces, and it's super strong. It's like nylon strong. And benefits of sinew include its ability to shrink as it dries. It's really easy to work with. It's kind of water activated. You just submerge it in water, and it absorbs the water, and it becomes very pliable. And it glues to itself too. So those are all very useful when it comes to binding and hafting. This was a pretty decent sized piece on this side. Sometimes on smaller deer, the backstrap sinew is pretty much, it's really hard to see. Sometimes you can't even find it. But on more developed deers, it's pretty obvious. But you just have to kind of peel away that first kind of thin layer of muscle to expose this. And this rides right along the thick backstrap meat that rides along the spine. So once you learn to find it, it's pretty easy to locate it. And you can see this is a pretty long piece, which is really nice. It gives you a lot of tying for different projects. I spiral wrap my fletchings on a lot of times, and I'll use backstrap sinew for that. Alright, this is the next really common source of deer tendon, and it's found in the lower leg bone of the deer. I think I show here. I start pinching it. It's like it feels like a rubber band. It'll be very easy to find once you get looking for it. You just have to kind of carefully cut away that hock skin so as not to cut the tendon. But it's right along the back side of that bone, and you'll feel it. It's pretty easy. There I am pointing it out. It's like a rubber band, and that's found on all the lower legs, as well as the next leg bone up from here. There's a shorter one. There's actually quite a bit of tendon you can get off a deer. I believe I showed on a really old video of mine just how much sinew and tendon you can get off of a deer. It's pretty incredible. There's a lot on there. It'll shrink up a lot as it dehydrates, but you get a lot of use out of it. So leg sinew is a little bit different than the backstrap sinew. Backstrap sinew is nice and flat, and you can just peel off little pieces as needed and hydrate them. Leg sinew was historically pounded. And a good use for it. You kind of dry it out, and then we can go back and just pound it, and you can pound it into thin fiber. Later at the end, when I rip this out, you'll actually see the tendon almost has two separate tendon bundles inside, and it's all wrapped in like a sheath. And you can use all that as usable tendon if you pound it well enough. You can also use this tendon in hide glue making. You can actually boil this stuff up if you go to add it to skin, and if you want to make hide glue. But it's very valuable as a hafting tool, and very strong natural fiber. You can use it to make bowstrings, all kinds of things. It's just fantastic. This leg sinew is it was very common to sinew back bows with that. You get a lot of leg tendons, and you pound them up, and you can make a really nice bow. For some of the softer woods, you can sinew back them, and it really adds a primitive kind of lamination to your bows. So I'm just showing where that tendon's located there. Now, sometimes on the backstrap sinew, if you didn't do a really nice job of cutting out like I did here, don't follow my example. There's a little bit of meat on there. It's not much, but I just threw it on the fleshing beam really quick, and it comes right off. And at this stage, now that it's all the meat and blood and everything's pretty much scraped off, you just put it in a dry place, maybe on some wax paper, and dry it out, and it's good to go. You could store it for years, and it's a really, really good tool. Thanks for watching.